Sharks, alligators, man-o-war, oh my. It's all visions of suntan, sand, and surf until you encounter some sea life.
Hey guys, welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. I'm Tonya, and this is my hunky beach boy, Zach. We have a great real estate team here in Vero Beach and the surrounding area. And as much as we love making these videos, we'd love even more to be your trusted real estate advisors, whether buying or selling real estate here in the Sunshine State. And with that being said, let's dive right in.
Now make sure you watch the whole video. You're not gonna wanna miss danger number 3. The beach, paradise. For some, this is as close to heaven as it gets. Just imagine, you look around, you see sand, seashells, palm trees, and that beautiful aqua-colored water. But little do you know, there are dangers you can't see, lurking in the shadows, hiding beneath the surface of the water, waiting for you as you unexpectedly frolic ever deeper and then...
Okay, just stop it.
Too much?
Yes, it's nothing like that. Well, not really, but it is a common concern for many people who are moving to Florida. They've seen the movie Jaws, they've heard the stories about shark attacks, or you've seen the social media posts with memes of alligators swimming in the surf, and naturally, they want to know if they should be scared.
Yeah. A couple of the most asked questions that we get are there sharks in the water, or do alligators swim in the ocean? They want to know how dangerous is the ocean in Vero Beach. Well, to answer that, let's first take a look at what kind of wildlife we do have here in the ocean, more specifically, the ones that could potentially be a danger, and they are sharks, alligators, barracuda, stingrays, pufferfish, lionfish, jellyfish, man-o-war, piranha.
Wait, we do not have piranha here.
Okay.
But yes, there are alligators sometimes, and they do swim in the ocean occasionally. And believe it or not, water moccasins. You're probably missing a few, but you know, you get the idea.
I know we missed one. It's called the Goliath grouper. I know that they can grow big enough to eat a human.
Actually, that's true. Okay, so now you know there really are some potentially dangerous creatures in the water. And you're probably thinking, that if I'm gonna go in there. Or maybe you just don't care and you're just gonna go in the water no matter what. The ocean, it's their home. So whether you go in knowing that or you don't go in at all, that's up to you.
So the first thing to look at when answering the question, how dangerous is the ocean in Vero Beach, is the time of day that most activity is happening. I mean, we're talking about living things here, and all living things, they need to eat.
True.
So you take the shark, for instance. They follow a feeding schedule just like we do. They're most active at dusk and dawn, but will definitely eat any time of the day if presented with a tasty meal and if they're hungry.
Sounds like someone else I know.
Me?
Okay, let's talk about alligators. Usually they eat during dusk or during the nighttime. So really there's not too much to worry about there unless you're going out for a nighttime swim. And even then, it is really pretty rare to see an alligator in the ocean. Yeah. I have never seen one.
They do swim though in the ocean. They can swim in salt water.
All right, what about jellyfish?
Well, jellyfish and man-o-war, I'm not so sure that they follow a feeding schedule, but you can usually see them in the water. Now, if you've ever been to the beach in Florida, you've probably seen those things that look like half blown up purple Ziploc baggies laying around on the sand. It's not trash. Those are man-o-war, and their sting can be painful. Now, recently, the Portuguese species of man-o-war have been showing up on Florida beaches, and they are the most toxic. Now, apparently, they're really, really painful when you get stung. The good news is that they're not deadly to humans unless you have an allergic reaction to the toxins.
Yes. So, the best thing to do is just to stay away from them when you see them on the beach. And it would be a good idea, so if you see them littered on the beach, just to stay out of the water too.
Yeah, don't go poking them.
Like our kids like to do. According to experts, if you do get stung by a toxic man of war, you remove the tentacles, you scrape your skin with a credit card, rinse off the sting with like vinegar, and put a hot water pack on it immediately for like 45 minutes. You can usually see the lifeguard to help you out, or you can pee on it. True fact.
Okay, so the next thing to consider when asking how dangerous is the ocean in Vero Beach is that right?
Yeah.
What does the water look like? Is the surface calm, or do you see bubbling and fish action? Is it clear, or is it murky? Is there a bunch of seaweed? Are there a lot of people fishing or cast netting?
Yeah, so basically if you see a bunch of little bait fish swimming in the water, breaking the surface, that means there's going to be bigger fish there too. They want to eat the little fish. And then there are even bigger fish who want to eat those middle-sized fish. So, it's probably just a good idea to use common sense and stay out of the water when you see that. You don't want to be mistaken as easy prey. Now, another good indicator of bait fish in the water is if you see people on the beach with cast nets actually catching them, or if you see people with fishing rods and reels, and then you'll know also that there's bigger fish out in the water too. Pretty much it's just common sense.
Now, sometimes you're going to see spinner sharks in the water. They jump out of the water and spin. I don't go in the water when I see those guys.
No, I know you don't. The same goes for seaweed. If there's a lot of seaweed, that means there's little tiny crabs and shrimp and all that kind of fun stuff that feeds on the seaweed. And all that feeds little fish. And then, bigger fish. You get the idea.
Now, murky water.
Ooh, dun-dun.
It's argued that it's not really a factor, but it's also argued that sharks are more prevalent in murky waters. I'm not an expert on sharks, so I can't really speak on it, but I'm not a huge fan of swimming in the ocean when the water is all churned up and murky. It's just spooky to me.
Yeah, me too, but we've done it in our 15 years together.
We've also swam. Speaking about that, you remember when we were in St. Pete and
we did the night swim?
We did a night swim.
Oh, that was so cool.
And there was that stuff that glows in the water.
Bioluminescence.
Bioluminescence.
That's the coolest experience ever.
Yeah, that's so.
Doesn't happen all the time.
We're swimming in the water, and all of a sudden you could see like this something cut through it, and the water just lit right up, and this thing was coming right at us. I don't think we've ever moved that fast ever again.
That was scary and awesome all at the same time. The third and most dangerous thing to consider when asking how dangerous is the ocean in Vero Beach doesn't have anything to do with sharks, gators, or any other living thing. Can you guess what it is? Well, if you said rip currents, you'd be right. Rip currents are narrow channels of fast-moving water that move away from the shore and out into the ocean. And yes, they are very dangerous.
Yeah, Florida actually has the highest death rate caused by rip currents than any other state. Now, did you know that in 2021 there were 28 recorded unprovoked shark bites, but there were no fatalities? And from what I found, there were 7 people who died getting caught in rip currents. Now, so since this is such a big deal, especially for unsuspecting people who are visiting Florida, going to the beach and jumping in the water and just wanting to have a good time, I want to share with you what a rip current looks like and what you need to do if you get caught in a rip current.
You can usually spot a rip current when you see the movement of the water. You're going to get here, you might see there's some white water or what looks like fast moving narrow riverhead moving away from the shore. That's a rip current.
Yep. Now, if you get caught in one, don't try to swim against the current. Instead, swim perpendicular to the current and parallel with the shore until you're out of the current. Now, if you've tried and you're tired, then what you need to do is turn around on your back, ride the current. I mean, it's going to take you out, but there's going to be a point where you're able to escape on either side of that rip current, and then you can swim to shore.
Panic really is going to be your biggest threat if you get caught in one. So just try to stay calm and swim parallel with the beach. We recommend visiting a beach that has a lifeguard on duty, and when you get there, there'll be a chalkboard with the conditions and the type of sea activity life present at that day. There's also going to be different colored flags displayed, and those represent the current surf conditions.
That's right.
So just remain calm.
Yes, that's great advice. So There you have it, folks. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video and you've learned that even though Florida's oceans can be dangerous at times, they are absolutely beautiful and so much fun to enjoy.
Yep, the beach is one of the main reasons why people move to Florida. And with a little knowledge and preparation, your trip here to Vero Beach will be filled with sun, fun, and lots of great memories.
Yeah.
Thanks again for watching, and if you found this video helpful and you want to see more, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Ring the bell so you'll be notified every time we upload a new video. And bye for now.
Bye for now.